A man has declared himself president of a self-proclaimed country in a disputed patch of land between Croatia and Serbia. 20-year-old Daniel Jackson founded the Free Republic of Verdis back in 2019. It's about the same size of Vatican City, 4 acres or so. The country has its own flag, coat of arms, passport, and now about 400 citizens. Verdis is not officially recognized by any other country right now. It currently only exists online after Croatian authorities stopped Jackson from creating a settlement there. NBC News international correspondent Claudio Lavanga is following all of this for us. Good to see you, Claudio. So how exactly did this 20-year-old come across this piece of land, and how does he have a stake to it? What has he done to claim it?
Hey, Vicky. Well, it's quite common for kids, especially boys, actually, to fantasize over becoming the ruler of their own country. But usually that game is over by, well, dinner time. But not for Daniel Jackson, who, when he was 14, he started looking at the world, at the map of the world, and to look and search for unclaimed pockets of territories. And he found one on the border between Serbia and Croatia. This was a strip of forest, about 4 acres in size, that was not claimed by either country because of an old border dispute. So Daniel Jackson decided to proclaim it its own. He appointed himself as president and even gave it a name, the Free Republic of Verdis. Just take a listen.
There was a lot of reasons, to be honest. I mean, as you know, Verdis was an idea when I was 14, but it came back and actually we actually properly created the state after I had turned 18. The reason being is it was just an idea that initially came up with a lot of people that I know that did humanitarian work in Ukraine, and we wanted to do something that was a bit bigger than, you know, just doing aid to one country. So we decided to start a state that can be basically a neutral state that can provide a hub for NGOs, middleman for other countries to talk, and we moved forwards from there.
I mean, Claudio, it sounds kind of honorable, actually. So there are 400 people who live there. Do they recognize Daniel Jackson as their president of Verdis? And what happens now?
Well, they do recognize him as the president of Verdis. The thing is that Croatia does not. Basically, Daniel said that he traveled to Verdis many times in the past. But then in 2023, when he went there with several of the citizens and they tried to actually organize a proper settlement, they even planted a flag. Well, Croatian authorities invaded, that's what Daniel says, their country, and they kicked everyone out and warned them never to come back. Well, take a listen.
I've been to Verdis a lot of times before Croatian authorities invaded Verdis. You know, we did a lot of cadastral work, a lot of surveying. You know, we planted a flag for the first time earlier that year. But in October 2023 is when we started a settlement, and a few days later, Croatian authorities quickly destroyed that settlement. They basically came in, they detained a large amount of, they detained all the settlers, including myself. They took us into Croatia. They gave most settlers a 3-month ban, and they gave me a permanent ban from Croatia. But they couldn't give us a reason. Again, none of our documents say that we were within the state borders of Croatia or anything like that.
Well, now Daniel says that he lives in exile, not in a presidential palace, but in a small house in Dover, a poor town in the south of England. And he says that he lives the life of every other 20 years old. He goes to the pub to have a drink with friends. He plays video games, but he has not given up on the dream of turning the Free Republic of Verdis into reality. He started a website where 15,000 people have applied to become citizens. 400 of them are already citizens. They've even been given passports. But of course, they are props. No other country recognizes Verdis as officially a country. And yet, Daniel said that some of the citizens even managed to cross into proper countries by showing border agents their Verdis passports, Vicky.
Before you go, Claudio, so he's been banned from there permanently. Is there any option for him at this point, or is he now going to continue living in exile?
Well, he says that he's speaking to the Croatian authorities, and hopefully that diplomacy will work, because he's not giving up. He says that is my land and I want to go back to what's mine. Vicky?
This is what nation building looks like in its early stages. Claudio Lavanga, very unique story. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.